tutorial on my New Year's Eve look, and this is really good if you're going to go out to a New Year's Eve party or if you're just going to go out. It's really simple. It's just a nice frosty silvery eyeshadow on my lids. I used the pigment and I popped in a pop of color, which is blue, to give it a nice color. And I also smoked it out, winging it out past my eyes. And then the lips, I just used a nice frosty pink color so we could balance out those smoky, colorful eyes. A nice pink gloss and pink cheeks. So if you want to know how to do this look, then keep on watching.
Alright guys, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to prime my lids, and this is so your eyeshadows and all your eye makeup stay put and doesn't crease while hours of dancing and celebrating the new year. Alright, so now I'm going to be taking this NYX Jumbo Pencil, and this is just going to make our eyeshadows look more vibrant, and I'm going to put it all over my lids going towards the crease. So after taking your NYX Jumbo Pencil, you're going to be taking a shimmery, glittery silver eyeshadow or pigment, and you're going to put that all over your lids, but you're just going to concentrate it in the inner portion. Alright, so now I'm going to be taking my e.l.f. Beauty Encyclopedia eyeshadow palette, and this one's the Smoky Edition, and you could purchase this on eyesofspace.com. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this light shimmery white eyeshadow, and you don't have to use a white eyeshadow, you can use a beige or a creamy one if you want. And we're just going to put this all over our brow bone just to highlight the area. So now to give our eyes a pop of color, we're going to be taking my NYX eyeshadow palette, and this palette is the one for sexy blue eyes. And I'm going to be taking this light blue, kind of teal eyeshadow from my NYX palette. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little pencil brush, and I'm just going to apply this in the outer corner of my eyes, kind of making like an outer V. And then after that, I'm also going to extend it a little bit past my eyelid, kind of giving it a cat eye effect. So now I'll be applying a bluish silvery color on the outer corner of my eyes, and I'm just going to put this in the crease so it's going to warm it up, making it look smokier. And I'm also going to be using my Coastal Scents palette, and this is the 88 Warm palette, and I'm just going to apply this over the sky blue eyeshadow we put on before. So going back to my e.l.f. Beauty Encyclopedia, I'm just going to be taking this shimmery black eyeshadow, and I'm going to be working it in the crease, making it look smokier and giving it a cat eye effect. So taking my small concealer brush, I'm going to be taking this light bluish color from my Coastal Scents palette, and I'm going to be using this to line my waterline, and this is just going to give my eyes a pop of color, balancing the eyeshadows we put on our lids. So taking my small pencil brush with a matte black eyeshadow, I'm just going to apply this in the outer crease of our eye, and I'm going to be extending it further out, making it look smokier and making my eyelids look a little bit bigger than what it is. And this is just going to smoke out the look, giving it a cat eye effect and making our eyes look more bold and dramatic. Taking this sky blue eyeshadow from Sephora, to give our eyes a really bluish pop of color, I'm going to be putting this on top of the black eyeshadow that we put on. Then, just in case any fallout fell on top of the silver eyeshadow, we're just going to reapply it over again. So I just lined my upper lash line with a liquid liner, and I lined my waterline with a MAC PowerPoint pencil. So now taking this dark, silvery, almost black eyeshadow from my Ulta Quad, I'm just going to smudge out my eyeliner, making it look more smoky. So now taking this light sky baby blue eyeshadow from the Sephora palette we used before, I'm just going to take this little concealer brush and I'm just going to apply this in my inner tear ducts of my eyes. This is just really going to give it a big pop of blue color. Now I'm just going to wipe away that loose powder that we put underneath our eyes to catch the fallout. So for a long night of partying on New Year's Eve, you definitely want to use a long wearing liquid foundation that's going to last all night long through hours of dancing and partying the night away for New Year's Eve. So I'm going to be using Revlon's Color Stay Foundation because not only does it stay put on my skin for hours, but it keeps my skin looking flawless, and it also has low SPF, which is going to look great in photography because it's not going to reflect any flash or any light. Alright, so you also want to conceal any imperfections that you want to hide, such as blemishes and dark spots, and any redness around the nose. And you also want to camouflage any discolorations on the thin skin on your eyelids. And you also want to cover any dark circles under your eyes to make your face look more brighter and more awake. To add more definition to your face, you should use a powder that's a few shades darker than your skin tone, and you're just going to contour your cheekbones and any other areas on the face that you want to slenderize, such as your jawline, your nose bridge, and also your cheekbones. So now you're going to want to use the powder to set all the makeup on your face, and it's just going to prevent your foundation and everything else from creasing and from slipping, and it's going to make it last all night long. Then, to give myself a nice healthy blushing look, I'm going to be applying a nice bright pink blush on the apples of my cheeks, and I'm going to be using a cream blush from Maybelline called Dream Mousse, and it's like a mousse cream consistency, and it's very long wearing. And I'm just going to dab this in the apples of my cheeks, and if you want an even more longer power stay, you could also take a powder blush and just put it on top, and it's going to stay. Then I'm also going to take a highlighter to highlight my cheekbones and my nose bridge. So now to balance out those very dramatic smoky eyes, you want the main focus on your eyes. So after moisturizing your lips, you're going to be using a nice pink frosty lipstick, and this is Chiffon from NYC. Then to give my lips a little bit more shine, I'm going to be taking this light colored concealer looking lip gloss from Maybelline, and it's a lip polish. And I'm just going to be applying this in the center of my lips to make it look bigger and more fuller.
Alright guys, so this is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Have a happy new year. This is totally glamorous and very, very dramatic. So you could use this if you're going to go out to a New Year's Eve party. And this is also wearable if you want to go, I don't know, if you just want to go out at nighttime. So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave me a comment and tell me what you think. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.